Hi, and welcome to the new season of Founders Friday. Last year we had a lot of very, very interesting conversations, and I think I'm here back with yet another interesting and a very, very joyous conversation for the new year. I've got the Assembly co founders, Aditya and Mohit, with me today, and I think we're going to talk about all things starting up, luggage, and what does it mean to build a brand in India. Hi, guys. Thank you for coming over and having this conversation.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
So quickly, I want to understand what made you guys, decide to start Assembly.
Mohit and I, our paths crossed, in our family businesses while we were working a few years ago. We kind of felt that there was an opportunity for a large brand to get created because audiences were looking at travel and luggage as a more lifestyle product. We felt frequent travelers are becoming discerning about their design choices. We started jamming, started collaborating, and that's what got us going.
And also, we are the next generation in our family business, so we are the right people to build, luggage for our own personalities and new age audience out there. So we thought, why, if not us, then who would be the right people to do this?
So you guys have been now, you've seen COVID, you've seen post-COVID. So what do you have to say about this tumultuous journey you've had thanks to external forces? I mean, it's not, normal business sort of environment. So
Yeah. No, I think that really tested us because we had to kind of just stay put for those 2 years. We started before COVID. And, it tested us on resilience, tested us on our confidence of what we're building. We actually, when we were going through that, we didn't know how long it would last. But then, I think the, seeing growth and momentum on the other side is also very rewarding. So that's how it was.
Sometimes it's about, you just stay. If you just stay in the game and show your resilience, I think you can be the other side. You earn the right to go deeper when it's the right time. So I think it's like inner world and outer world. Like if outer world kind of not in your favor, then you work on your inner self, and that's when you kind of ready yourself for the outer world.
That's actually quite deep, I must say. So, when you were working on yourself and the outer world was unfavorable, specifically to your category, how did you guys think about it? Did you ever think about shutting down, or that was never an option?
Yeah, that was never an option. I think we went started exploring smaller category like tech kits and backpack and smaller accessories, and that gave us a glimpse of look at this category from not just from luggage industry but also from travel industry. Then when you're really going after the traveler, then you have to think of all the other products which this travel would need other than luggage. So I think that COVID gave us that perspective.
Also, I'd just add that it gave us time to work on our skills, work on our capabilities. So when we started it was more soft luggage. But when we started getting a sense that the market is moving to hard luggage, so we built those capabilities. Performance marketing we were able to take in-house because we kind of were grinding it out daily. So I think it was just, it was trying to be productive, move forward, and control what you can control.
That's very Zen-like, huh? That despite all the chaos, especially your category, that you were able to work on other stuff and not think of shutting down. And then, when COVID went away and then, travel has exploded like never before. When a category blows up the way your category has, that also puts pressure on founders, right? Inventory can be an issue. Competitors, legacy companies can spend far more. So how did you manage that absolute bursting of the travel category post-COVID?
I think for us, I think what became important, we knew that we could see a positivity as soon as COVID was receding. So I think we were well prepared for, I think India's supply chain, knowing your customers, and I think while we were in COVID, we tested a lot of product innovation. We tested a lot of advertisement. We tested a lot of marketing strategy. I think we were well prepared for us to go deeper on where, and I think India's supply chain really helped us to go deeper where most of the global brands are imported. So I think the difference in that really gave us a better execution on it, like you said, inventory and other.
Right. And also, I think trying to do a few things but do them well. So we started seeing some success with hard luggage. A couple of the SKUs started growing. So we really zoned in, felt that, okay, these price points are working. We felt upper end of mass premium is where we feel that there's an opportunity. So I think that's what we, even today, when we're trying the next level of growth, it's about keep getting better at your core capabilities. So I think that's what is moving us forward at this point.
So when there are two co-founders, what is it that allows you guys to collaborate? And what are the points where you guys don't agree? And does that result in a lot of unpleasantness, or are you able to, resolve it?
No, I think, we have different, I don't know if we have the same version or different versions, but no, it's been amazing building with Mohit. So I think we're very different people at the core. Different stages of business require different capabilities. There is the first phase, which is a little unstructured. There are stages where you need deep domain experience. So I think we've tangoed well. Obviously you don't end up agreeing with everything that each one is saying, but I think it's about collaborating and doing what's good for the business. So I think
but what do you do with disagreements on major things?
I think it's an always favor of the logic, because once you're brainstorming and jamming, then all you want is the truth. All you want is the how do you really come closer to the logical explanation of something. Like I could, be obsessed about my own idea of looking at something, but until you have a devil's advocate looking at it and saying that, no, this is also the perspective you could have. And then one is always introspecting again and coming up with a better idea. So I think we both jam together on few ideas, which is generally helpful for assembly. And when if we are jamming, we think assembly first. Then
also I think that, we are handling different pieces of the business. So what we've also seen working is that, somebody who's driving something should have veto on that piece. So, we through the journey, we started feeling that, okay, Mohit has a good handle on brand and what we should be doing, what should we should not be doing. So in that sense that, that veto of, hey, the brand should not do this kind of lies with him to say that, hey, this is what we're building. And so I think some of those things have kind of helped.
But any one big sort of point of contention that you guys have not been able to agree with?
Can I think of?
Not as yet. I mean, I wouldn't say that anything which is, which is at the, which is coming the way of the foundation of the business. But I think, we are different people. So you have to keep, talking through things which you disagree with and getting to the other side.
But is there enough time when you're building a startup? Is there enough time to talk things through? Because the bias for Archana has to be very high.
Yeah.
I think our out of office meetings generally help. I mean, we do catch up for coffee or beer. So, that's the time we actually just talk about each and everything which is happening around us, not just, few topics and just, how you think about this or on that. So we definitely, catch up other than just talking about work. And then that's where we try to come on the same page.
So, you've got other funded players you're competing against, apart from, of course, the legacy guys. How does that make you guys feel? I mean, do you feel that you need to raise a lot of capital to compete with them? Or do you think you can still compete with, the kind of capital that you guys have raised?
I think we are, good for now. I think sometimes you have to create the path and then raise it for it. I mean, we are not really looking to raise money and then create the path. I think sometimes it's like, the path and then you raise it. I think as we are growing, I think we have a very strong clarity of what we have to do in next 12 to 18 months. And I think as we are moving ahead and executing for it, I think we would have the clarity on, how to look for another 3 years of business. But I think it's a great industry. It's a growing industry. So I think there are opportunities for even newer brands to come and take the share. And, we are in the favor of, people buying Indian brands more than global brands. So I think we are happy that as soon as industry is supporting, Indian brands and homegrown brands, and and that's what is motivating us.
Yeah. Also, at the core, it's a good fundamentally, strong CM2 business. So, a lot of our confidence comes from the fact that the business is doing good in terms of generating cash. So I think, we like the sweet spot we're playing with. Obviously when somebody raises money, you do double click on it to, get a sense of what they're doing. And, but, I think at this point of time, there's so much growth to be got. We're just trying to stay in our lane, focus on what we're doing well. And yeah, I mean, not try and raise just because somebody else is raising, but, raising as the opportunity in playbook becomes clearer and clearer.
So, we've used the word brand a lot so far in this conversation. What does that mean to both of you? What does building a brand really mean for a startup?
I think I think brand is nothing but a trust. Like a trust is a very...
How do you create that?
I think if you give them, if you provide consumer what they want, let's say if they're looking for a good product, but also something which they can resonate with their personality, or something which can satisfy them emotionally, and then they can trust you. Let's say if they bought something and they like you because of a design, and then when they buy it, then they use it, they like the experience of it. Or let's say if they have some issue which is after 2 years, and they come back to you, and they like the conversation, they like the conversation with the customer team, they like how it's been resolved, and they stick with you. I mean, so I think brand is all about satisfying them emotionally, and also, I mean, if they're smarter about it, so even we should also be logical to them. It should make sense that way also. I think for us that is a core of building us. When they're buying us, they are satisfied completely, and then just relying us as a great partner to buy all their travel goods from.
Yeah, just being consistent, predictable, knowing what you expect. For us, being consistent in everything what we do. Lately we've been very conscious that this is the type of communication that will go out, and there are more things you don't do than things that you do. So on the communication, what you want the customer to be feeling when they buy the product, what they tell other people about you. So it's in some sense the outcome of the product, customer experience, communication that somebody is perceiving about you. So we're trying to keep getting better at that.
So this is the point where now the tables get turned a little bit, and you guys ask me questions. So fire away.
Awesome. We've been waiting for this for many years.
Many years? All right then.
So, I mean, first question, what do you think about assembly?
Wow.
Have you been using assembly?
Of course. I mean, we were early investors. In fact, Aditya has that video where I was on the jury.
Yes,
yeah.
Yes.
Maybe I should have worn the same outfit that I wore in that video. So, look, I think, you guys keep asking me what I think about assembly. But my honest answer always is, what do I think about both of you? Because to me, that matters a lot more, because see, product is something that can be very personal. And, there are different reasons why sometimes you use something or you don't use something. And I think we've had this conversation. I've had this with actually all the portfolio founders. But just because, I may or may not be a user doesn't imply that there's no market, or it's not a great product, or it doesn't, I'm one person. It's almost meaningless whether I use something or I don't. But what is meaningful to me is the ability of the founders, the conviction of the founders in the products that they're building and the companies that they're building.
Which we are guessing.
Yes. So yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you. Thanks so much for having us. Thank you.